Hey chat, welcome in, welcome in. We're doing a bit of a throwback stream tonight. Decided to pull a game out of my library that I haven't played for a while. It's called Sid Meier's Civilization 5. It's from quite a while back. I think it's from like 2010 or something. It's kind of nuts. I'm just checking one more thing before we get started. Just want to make sure my mic audio and everything's doing okay. It looks like it is. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so we're just gonna do a no holds barred, no frills run. Tell you guys a little bit about the game for those of you who may not have played it before. Set up a single player game. I like to play on the King difficulty, that way it's not too difficult, but it's not too easy. And I like to play on a large size map, but with fewer players, just so there's more space for everybody. Just gonna check all the settings over. And I like to start in the classical era, because then you can get into the game a lot quicker. But it's not like going too far in. I think everything else is fine. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started.
May the blessings of heaven be upon you, O great Nebuchadnezzar.
My favorite group to play is Babylon.
Young was the world when Sargon built Babylon some 5,000 years ago.
Also, I'll kind of let this play for a minute.
Long did it grow and prosper, gaining its first empire in the 18th century BC under godlike Hammurabi, the giver of law. Although conquered by the Kassites and then by the Assyrians, Babylon endured, emerging phoenix-like from its ashes of destruction and regaining its independence despite its many enemies. Truly was Babylon the center of arts and learning in the ancient world. O Nebuchadnezzar, your empire endured but a short time after your death, falling to the mighty Persians and then to the Greeks, until the great city was destroyed by 141 BC. But is Babylon indeed gone forever, great Nebuchadnezzar? Your people look to you to bring the empire back to life once more. Will you accept the challenge? Will you build a civilization to stand the test of time?
Alright, and Babylon's special ability is called Ingenuity. All civilizations in this game have one. For Babylon, it is receive a free great scientist when you discover philosophy, which is a technology that we'll go over. And you earn great scientists 50% faster than other people. Great scientists are very important. The specific unit for Babylon is the Bowman, which is an upgraded version of the Archer. And the Walls of Babylon, an upgrade to the normal walls. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna settle right away. Okay, there's not much I can do. Well, I can get into the deer. And I can have my boys look around, see if I can find anything. You can go into the city screen here to check the queue. You can add up to 6 items at a time. Yeah, my order for this can vary a little bit as the game progresses, simply depending on how it's going. Alright. And this is a turn-based game. And I have a certain tech order that I like to play with, at least playing Babylon. I like to go civil service, banking, industrialization, and navigation to start off. And then when you're done, you just hit the next turn button. You don't really need your keyboard at all for this game. You really just need the mouse. Yeah, I used to play this game a lot. It's been a long time. I decided to brush the dust off of it a little and play it for you guys. Yeah, I got to the point where I could beat this game on Immortal, which is the second difficulty from the top. For those of you who haven't played Civ 5 before, the difficulty is scaled to 8 levels. I believe the order it goes in is Settler, which is level 1, Chieftain at level 2, Warlord at level 3, Prince at level 4, King at level 5, Emperor at level 6, Immortal at level 7, and Deity at level 8. With Deity, of course, being the highest possible difficulty. Okay. Still gotta explore my island and figure out what's here. And I like to play on large islands because it helps with everybody being able to have their own space. You don't have the competition that, for those of you who have played Civ 5 before, and maybe play on continents, you kind of know that you often share land with a neighbor, but on large islands you don't. Which is why I like it. You might have a city-state on your island or something, but... Ooh, advanced weapons. Well, now that I've discovered my home island, I will have my boys simply explore automatically. And if you hit that button, they'll just keep going until they can't find anything else to explore. So I've completed the Great Library, which is one of the wonders of the game. There are many, many, many of them. So now I'm going to pick... Oh, there's my first scientist. I will put him on there. And if you open up this menu in your city, you can assign people to specific tiles on the map, if you wish to. And you can lock them into position, otherwise the AI will shuffle them around for you. Depending on what Civ you're playing, you probably want your guys, or at least some of them, in specific areas. Like when I'm playing Babylon, I need somebody on those academies as soon as I get them down on the map. So that I can start reaping the benefits that they provide. You can make mines depending on what type of terrain your workers are under. They can make mines, they can make farms, they can make lumber mills. They can make trading posts if you have the guild's technology. Now, once you've explored your home island, you probably want to start thinking about expanding to new space. I have found, just over my time playing Civ, that if you can make a city, well, if you can make it, if you play large islands, if you can have at least 3 cities on it, that's usually good. Because then your empire's not too small and it's not too large. Because the more cities you have, the more technology costs, and the more culture that you need to adopt policies. But you don't want to have too few cities and lose out on productivity. You don't want that either. So it's a fine balance. And it can be a tricky balance. So I've got Stoneworks, the Hanging Gardens, National College, and National Epic in there. Well, I can leave the queue partially empty for now. At least I have a few things in there. Yeah, depending on what resources you have in range of your cities, you can make certain buildings. Like, because I have marble here, I can make the stoneworks, which gives me +1 production on those resources. It also applies to stone, and it increases your happiness by 1. As you can see over here, other civilizations are, of course, hanging out with you. And you can also found a religion to help your people. I typically like to adopt Earth Mother because I make lots of mines, so it's easy to reap the benefits of that one. It's the most consistent, you could say, because you're guaranteed to have mines somewhere. Unless you're in, like, a desert. But otherwise, you're pretty much guaranteed to have them. So here is the social policy tree. There are 9 total. You can typically, over the course of a game, fill 3 of these, at least completely. And then you'll have extra policies that you can put wherever else you would like. I strongly recommend starting with tradition. I think it's the best one of the bunch. And then because I'm playing Babylon, I go into the rationalism tree later. I might dip into patronage a little bit because that allows me to build the Forbidden Palace, which is a wonder that gives you +2 votes in the World Congress, which we'll talk about more later once we get to that stage.
The voice of the
and
people
as you research
is the
new
voice
texts,
of God.
you'll go through the eras, which are decently close to the real-life eras. There's different technologies that are... Oh, fun! I got a neighbor. And the other civs, you can pick who your buddies are, but I like to leave it random. So here we got Mongolia, and Genghis Khan is their leader. I have a few options. I can declare war on him, but I don't have any units. I can trade, demand, discuss something with him, or say goodbye. What you typically want to do right away when you meet someone is exchange embassy, so that you know where the other player's capital is. There's really no harm in that. That just tells you where the person is. It's handy information to know. Yeah, I think this might be... Ooh. There's citrus over there. And here's a handy dandy little tool. Oops, that's not the one that I wanted. You can open the hex grid down here, because you can only harvest resources within a 3-tile radius from your city center. But your city size can be up to 5 hexes in either direction. So you can kind of gauge where you need to put your cities to accommodate stuff if you're trying to pursue something. Like in this case, there's citrus over here and sugar over there, which are 2 luxury resources. Luxury resources increase your happiness. There are several kinds of them. There's also gems, marble, there's gold, copper, I think silver is in here, salt. I don't know the entire list off the top of my head, but there's a mess of them. And your starting island tends to have a few copies, so you can trade those to other players. Yeah, I don't really know what to do here. I guess I could probably get my settler down there so that my borders can start expanding. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Just get my boys into position. You can have your units do nothing if you're not sure. There's no harm in that. Actually gonna move him back over there, because then he can make me a lumber mill. Actually, I can't do that yet. I need the construction technology. So I guess I will have him sit there for now. And you can see when other players advance to the scientific tech eras as well. I think it's just one more turn until... Oops. Oh yeah, because I was going to say, when is my settler going to come out? So that I can... Oh, Saudi Arabia.
مرحبا أيها العجمي. أنا هارون الرشيد.
Actually, what I think I'm going to do is put a second settler in there because I can travel on the water. So I can settle in that one other spot that I'm eyeballing before someone else does. I still don't know what to do with that guy, but... I can get my settler down there, though, and you saw me building roads. Those let you move faster. And now I can choose the production in my other city.
تعال دعنا نتاجر.
Oh, sure. And you don't have to trade with other people, but it builds rapport with the civs living around you. And if you adopt all the policies in a certain tree, you'll get another bonus. So for tradition, I get 15% growth and a free aqueduct in my first 4 cities. I can also purchase great engineers with faith, starting in the industrial era. Alright, I will settle a city there. Start building a mine here. And I like to keep my queue the same for the most part. There. Now I will continue. I do not like your offer, Genghis Khan. You will need to offer me something better if you want my gems. And your capital is typically the city that will have the most production. Typically. So most of your wonders are probably going to end up there. Oh, I got another great scientist. I will put you here. Alright, where is this city gonna expand? Well, I may as well move my worker back to the mainland. And you can see when other people found religions and everything. Oh, and going across rivers until you make bridges takes up your entire movement. And I'm actually gonna hold on adopting a policy. Because I would like to save those for the Renaissance era.
Whoever did...
Which I now am in. So I will start adopting rationalism so that I can increase my science gain. And I also have a spy! You can have spies stationed in your cities to protect your technology from being stolen by other players. Which you can do if you send your spies to other people. You can steal their tech if they are farther along than you. I typically don't do that because I can already make a lot of tech. So for me, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Oops. I did not want you to do that. I want you to make a trading post because I need money. And I need lots of money. I have gotten a great profit. Now, what this means is I can found a religion. Only one player can pick a symbol at a time, and you can rename the religion if you choose to. Like, I'm gonna rename it. Let's call it Gamers Unite. There we go. And then you can pick a founder's belief. Only one player can have those. You can pick a follower belief, which I will pick Tithe and Mandirs. And no two players can have the same religious policies. So if somebody else picked it before you, you have to pick something else. Unfortunately. Which kind of sucks, but... So if you want certain stuff, you probably want to pursue it as soon as possible. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And regardless of what civ you're playing, you're gonna want to rush all of the science buildings, like the library. Oh, looks like Greece is one of my neighbors. And they actually speak their native language. For those of you curious, they are speaking their native languages, which I think is pretty neat. No. Grace, I do not like your offer. You will have to make me a better one. Oh, there's my third scientist. Where am I gonna put him? I'll put him here. Because I would rather have science than money. Science is much more important, in my personal opinion. Of course, that is just my opinion. For what it's worth. Oh, and I'm playing with a mod pack. Well, I don't know if I'd call it a mod pack, but It's called Tac Mod. It kind of gives some more features to the base game, just quality of life stuff for the most part. And one of the new civs is Molly. But because he wasn't in the base game, there's just this picture, rather than a moving picture like with the other guys.
Dios bendiga
And
a
there
aquellos
is
que lo
Queen
merezcan.
Isabella of
Soy
Spain.
Isabel de España.
Have I met all my neighbors yet? I do not believe so. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 2 people left.
Es-
Because the number of players does include you, of course. So there are 2 players that I don't know who they are yet.
تعال دعنا نتابع.
No! I do not want open borders! You people are crazy! And this is a great engineer. So much like with the great scientists, when you can make academies, you can use great engineers to construct a manufactory on any mine, and it will dramatically increase its production. I think it gives it a +5 or +6, which is a lot. You can also use them to advance the production on something, but that's a one-time use. Which is why I prefer to make the manufactories, because they last forever. They have a continuous effect. And you can also purchase buildings as well to help your cities along, especially those that may be struggling in the production department. Wait, did I put the... Yeah, University Coliseum. Okay. And this is what I meant by the city size indicator. This little gem is grayed out, so I won't get any extra benefit from it. Excuse me. Alright, there's another great scientist. I will put him there. So that's my 4th academy, which is good. I like that. Yeah, I'll just keep making trading posts.
تعال.
No! I do not want open borders. You people can stop asking. Yeah, I want to save for a great profit so that I can enhance my religion. I am now in the industrial era. I have another spy. You can also send your spies as diplomats to other capitals. They won't try to steal tech, but they can still give you valuable information. They can tell you what the cities are making. They can tell you if a civilization is plotting against another one. There's nothing I can really do there. What can I do here? Maybe get a market. Can't do much there yet.
Asisha
Looks like we got the
Yukami
Incans.
kani pachakutik. Inka kunapagapa.
So, who's player number 8? Sometimes the other civs will request a declaration of friendship with you. If you take it, they'll be more favorable towards you, but other civs may become angry towards you if they don't like the person that you just made friends with. So lately, in my games, I've been staying out of it and trying to stay neutral. And kind of just focus on my own citizens' needs. Okay, looks like I need a workboat. See, after the market... Yeah, I need a harbor so then I can get the city connection. You can also buy tiles. You can only buy up to the city's maximum range, though. We got Siam.
เราพ่อของรามคำแหงกษัตริย์แห่งสยามนับ
Now that everyone has been discovered, the World Congress has been founded, and now you can start voting on proposals. The person who initially discovered everybody is the first leader and controls the most delegates. So I can propose something, like I could propose sciences funding, which nobody ever wants.
Espero que este...
Other civs might yell at you for proposing stuff that they don't like, but that's kind of whatever. You can just ignore them. All my research. Now what? Well, I'm actually gonna go straight up to the end of the tree, because I am attempting to win by science. There are 4 different ways that you can win in Civ 5. By science, which means creating the spaceship. You can win diplomatically by having enough votes, enough delegates to become the world leader. You can win culturally by having other players become, well, by you becoming culturally influential over other players. You can win by domination, which involves destroying every other civilization's capital. So there's a few different ways you can go about it, and some civs are much more suited for certain victory types than others. Like, of course, as you can imagine, Babylon is most strongly suited for a science-based victory type. He can do other stuff, because if you get enough science, you can outcompete your fellow players and get the technology you need for, like, say, a domination victory. If you wanted to pursue that as Babylon, you could do it. It's just not really Babylon's strong suit, the way I see it.
تعال دعنا نتاجر.
Yeah, and sometimes you can have tech stolen from you. If you have the constabulary or police station in your cities, you can reduce the chance of that happening. And you can yell at people if you catch them spying on you. Alright, I'm gonna have my ships automatically explore so that I can find the city-states in the game and start gaining their support. We'll get to city-states in a minute once we find them. Yeah, that city really needs help with production. Yeah, I don't think I can really do anything else. At least for a bit. Hey, Orange! What's up? Sorry if I missed your message. Yeah, I'm just doing a stream of an older game. Because I wasn't really sure what else I wanted to do. I've never seen this game. Yeah, it is, like I said, it's, I don't know when you popped in, but this game's from 2010. So this game is quite a bit older than Deep Rock. But it's a game I used to play quite a bit. Oh, I just got here 2 minutes ago. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, this is another one of those games that's crazy on the micro. But not to the same extent as, I don't know if you've seen any of my Frostpunk streams, but that's like real-time micro. Whereas with this game, you can pause and think a little bit more before you actually take any action. Okay, so I've got my 6th academy, which was what I was hoping to get by this stage. Yeah, this stream is probably going to be pretty short. Because I'm only going to be able to... I can usually play one round of this at a time because of how much is involved here. I've never been very interested in games like this. I like watching them. I've watched my dad play games like this, but I don't find them fun to play. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own game that own games that they like to play. Not every game
Espero
is
que
for
este
everybody.
trato
Inka runakunaka wakaychinmi kay makipurayta.
Tower defense games and FPS. Yeah, so Deep Rock, there you go. Ooh, I killed a Spanish spy.
Saludos.
Bye-bye. Haha, I killed your spy. You tried to steal my tech and you were unsuccessful in doing so. Nice try. I thought I hit the next turn button.
Muy bien.
Actually, maybe I will add the armory to the queue. At least in my capital. Currently, I've been playing FPS games that scare me. Doom 3 is one, another is 0 Hour, if you know what that is. I've heard the name 0 Hour, but I've never, like, seen any gameplay of it or anything like that. I've heard of the Doom games, but I've never played them.
دعنا نتابع.
When does that one not have a lighthouse yet? So much stuff that I need to build. Oh yeah. Zero Hour is where you are police going into a building at night, taking out criminals, securing data, and saving hostages. It's scary enough that I will only play it with someone else. Dang, yeah, that does sound like a really creepy game. Yeah, that does sound actually pretty scary. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of scary games a lot of the time. But I get what you mean, like, if you play it with someone else, then it's a little better. It's so terrifying when you look down and the doorway has a tripwire. Yeah, that can definitely catch someone off guard.
Inka runakunaka
Oh, so you can climb the buildings and turn off the electricity. Really? It sounds like an interesting game. I might have to take a look at it on Steam. Eh. One thing I haven't done is played multiplayer, because you fight actual people playing the criminals. I think I might stick to AI because that sounds even scarier. Potentially, yeah. Gonna enhance my religion's beliefs. What can I do? There's not a whole lot left. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take those.
تعال دعنا نتابع.
It's also incredibly difficult. It sounds like a tough game, based on what you're telling me. It actually sounds hard. You have to yell at the criminals to see if they put their hands up. If you don't, you lose money. This is sounding harder and harder the more I'm hearing. Dang. The AI can also fake out by putting their hands up and slowly bring them back down to shoot you. Jeez. The AI can also hold hostages to be meat shields. This sounds like a really intense game. Darn it, arts funding note's gonna slow down my
Espero que este
generation of great scientists.
Inka
I
runakunaka.
do not like this.
สวัสดี
And they also can hide under beds. Dang. They also have cameras. Because of course they do. Why wouldn't they, right? Why wouldn't they have cameras? You also die almost instantly if they shoot. Sounds like real life.
تعال.
You know, like if the cops have to try and break into someone's house. That's kind of what it sounds like. Sounds pretty realistic.
Inka runakunaka.
They also alert each other and will move around looking for you. Jeez. So they're like stalking you, kind of. Jeez. It's most terrifying when your partner drops dead and you have no idea what happened. I can imagine that, yeah. Being pretty scary, not knowing what happened. They also can look through windows. There seems to be a lot to this game. I may have to look into it. Killing someone without yelling at them to put their hands up, I think, gives minus 40 points. Taking out an entire building worth of enemies gives you about 20. Dang, so you can't just point and shoot. You actually have to get them to put their hands up before you shoot them. Dang. That sounds brutal. So basically, don't kill someone without yelling at them or lose. Well, I would think, realistically, you wouldn't want someone to know you were there if you were trying to kill them. But I get what you're saying, though, about this particular game. You also have to check your ammo. I actually don't think I can do anything else right now. No. How far along are these guys? Well, I will adopt the final rationalism policy, then I can finally start going for order. Can't do anything over there either.
Heal it, okay?
It's hard, it's scary, but it's also hard. It's really fun. Sounds like it could be.
Progress.
I don't know if I would like it though, because of how scary it sounds from what you're telling me. How is Babylon starving? Well, I guess I need to get some more food, don't I? I'm going to try and go solo. I'll tell you when I quit the game from being too scared. Yeah, you'll have to let me know. Or when I die. Yeah, you'll have to let me know. You also can't mess up at all. Killed all the bad guys, got the hostages and intel, but forgot to cut the last tripwire. No win for you. Only some points. How hard is this game? Jeez. There's a lot more to this game than I would have expected. Oh, and this is the easiest difficulty. I can only imagine if you put it up higher. There's a hardcore mode. Jeez. See if I can back up a little. This is also my experience with the easiest maps. Okay, so there's different maps for this game then. I think I can go back a little bit farther. Yeah. There we go, this is where I want to go.
Hilet, okay? So
There are 13 maps. Wow, that's a lot. Whoops. I'm going to go try to not quit from being scared. Do your best. I'm rooting for you. Objectives bring order to chaos. Nice. Oh, there's also a quick reload. Drop your mag to reload faster. Okay, so kind of like when you're doing the reload canceling in Deep Rock, in a way.
Espero que este trato reciba su bendición.
Will you trade me your dies? Thank you.
تعال دعنا.
Thank you, Arabia, for offering a luxury for a luxury. How kind.
Inka runakunak.
Same to you, Inca.
تعال دع.
I do not want open borders, though.
Espero que este trato...
They can also put bombs on the hostages and you have to defuse them. Also, they can block doors. This sounded more and more scary by the minute here, Penguin.
สวัสดี
Healed, okay? Soy...
Know that I have completed the tutorial again because it forgot that I did it already. I have to bring order to chaos and save 2 hostages. Yeah, the tutorials... It's kind of a crapshoot for me whether or not I do those. Kind of depends on what game it is. Like for Deep Rock, I didn't. Because I had my boyfriend Diamond to teach me how to play. So I skipped it. But if I didn't have anybody to teach me, then yeah, I would probably do it. It forces you to do the tutorial or you can't play. Okay. Yeah, some games you have to play it. Others you can skip it. Wow, how did Isabella contribute almost twice the production that I did? Either way, I need to start making the spaceship. so I can try to salvage the game and win.
Espero que este...
Help, I'm scared. The AI is too smart for me. They're different places this time. I'm here for you, Penguin. If you want to talk. I'm here for you. What's going on?
Inkarunakunak.
Last time I did this map, there was a guy around a corner. Now he's gone this time. So it's random then. The enemy placements. Interesting. I also forgot my night vision. I think I wanted that. Yeah, I would imagine night vision would be pretty important. Please pass sciences funding. Come on. I need that. Did it pass? Yes, it did. I hear doors opening, but I don't see anything. Sounds like they're probably lurking somewhere.
تعال.
Actually, I think I'm gonna go out of the game and go back in and record it for YouTube. Go for it, Penguin. Do it.
تعال. دعنا
I wish my brother was here because I have trouble with OBS. I mean, OBS is pretty easy to use. That's actually what I use. It's really not too bad. If you link your YouTube account to it, it's pretty easy to do that. It might take a little bit to, like, adjust your audio settings or what have you for, like, your mic or versus the game. I have Diamond help me out a lot with that, so he can tell me, like, if it sounds too loud or something like that.
Espero que este trato...
تعال دعنا.
Where am I on the tech tree? Okay, so I'm not too far off from advanced ballistics and being able to make the 3 boosters required for this ship. I gotta hurry up. I think the other guys are starting to catch up to me. A little rusty on the skills here. My brother made it that when I open OBS, it opens game capture, which allows me to easily record a specific window. So it's pretty easy for me to record, I just don't understand anything else about OBS. There's not really a lot to it. Not particularly. Like, you'll need audio input capture for your microphone. But yeah, with the window capture and stuff like that, it's pretty easy. And there's tons of guides on YouTube and on the internet for setting stuff up with OBS as well.
Muy bien. Esta es sin duda la voluntad.
I have a microphone on my headset and I could easily use it, but I'm shy about having my voice in videos. I can definitely understand that, Penguin. I'll admit, when I first started streaming with Diamond a couple months ago at the end of March, our first stream was March 31st, actually. I'll admit I was pretty nervous. I was like, do I really want to do this? I think a lot of people go through that when they first get started on the internet.
Inkarunakunaka, wakaiching mi
Someday I'll be brave enough to use my microphone. It can take time. For me, I just dove straight into it and decided to see how it would go. And it turns out it's been going pretty good, because I've got a bunch of you guys from Round that have checked me out, which I'm really happy about. It's really nice that you guys come say hi. Come check me out. Even though I don't have too much on my channel yet. But yeah, don't be afraid to start off not using your microphone. Take it slow. I'm kind of nervous, I'll admit, about having a webcam up. Speaking of being nervous about stuff. You know, I've been really on and off about that. Whether I want to have a webcam up. And if so, when. When will I reach that threshold where I feel comfortable showing my face online? My biggest problem is that my computer is in a room that sends sound through the whole house, the dining room, which is connected to our hallway, the stairs, the kitchen, and the living room. No doors connecting them. Dang! So you got completely open. Wow. Yeah, we got doors everywhere in my house. I typically will close them if I'm streaming, so then everybody knows to kind of stay down the hallway, because I'm kind of at the end of the hallway with my door shut. Yeah, I can see why you might have trouble though, given how open your house is. That definitely makes using a mic a bit more challenging then. For sure. So I feel weird using my microphone. My brother is also right next to me. Yeah, if you're gonna have a mic on, you want to try and avoid having it pick up other stuff, such as other people. Our monitors are only a few inches apart. Wow. So your guys' computers are right next to each other then. If you don't mind me asking, Penguin, you know, don't feel pressured to answer this, but how far apart in age are you and your brother? Because I guess depending on how old he is, you might be able to, you know, ask him to be quiet or leave the room or something like that. I don't know what it's like at your house. Oh, 2 years apart. Okay. That's about what me and my younger brother are. Our computers used to be next to each other years and years ago. But now his is downstairs in the basement. He hosts our Dungeons and Dragons sessions down there. And he's got a lot of hardware, you know, between his computer, his triple monitor setup, the TV that he uses to project the map and all that stuff. It's not easy to move around. More like 2 and 2 months. Okay. In about a month, I'll be 12. My brother is 14. Okay, so he's actually older than you. Okay. Though right now I'm 11 and he's 14. Okay. So that's kind of how you guys are spaced apart. Oh, I might actually lose here. Molly only needs to be influential with one more civ
Inkarunak.
for a culture victory. I might not actually be able to make the ship in time. My whole family knows I want to do YouTube as a side job, though it just feels uncomfortable to use my microphone. Well, it's definitely a start that your family knows you want to do YouTube as a side job. That's definitely important. Like I said, take it slow, take it easy, ease yourself into it. You know, don't rush. You just said you're only 11. I can remember those days, actually. I'm 24 now, so of course that's a long time in the past. I'd really like to work in a museum. I love history and learning about ancient animals, as well as teaching people about dinosaurs. Look at you go! Nice! I couldn't do that. I'm not that much of a history nut. Although, if I had to teach history, I'm a fan of, like, World War type of history. Like the World Wars and stuff like that. That kind of thing fascinates me. As far as history.
You have been defeated.
He won.
Your civilization has been
He became
overwhelmed by its
influential
many
over the
foes.
last civ. That's a
But
rip.
your people do not despair, for they know that one day you shall return and lead them forward to victory.
Darn it. How far off was I? Like a half a dozen turns? Well, shoot. Oh well. Can't win them all. My mom is a social studies teacher, so I think I know why I love history. Well, there you go. Alright, Penguin. Well, I'm actually gonna hop off here, take a break. I might be back in a little bit. Hopefully Diamond's available, so we can do some Deep Rock. I'm hoping to fit in another stream tonight before I go to bed. So I will catch you later. Hopefully not before long. Probably not sure about an ETA on that. Maybe up to an hour or so. Maybe more. Maybe less. Not entirely sure. But either way, if you're available, feel free to pop in and say hi. I'll catch you then.